And what are the mistakes that people make in the when it comes to sustainable investing? Like, what are the traps for people to look out for here?
Well, again, it's in the naming. So it's reasonably easy to give it that name and pass it off. Greenwashing is sort of the blanket term for a fund that may have that name, but it's only when you dig in and look under the bonnet and look at exactly what's in there, and the company and the fund manager's mandate. So they may say, I'm going to include a company as long as this bit that we're concerned about is not more than 5 or 10% of their overall revenue. So you may be investing. Well, I guess Wesfarmers was a good example of that. Part of the group, they had Coles, but part of the group, they also had coal mining. So that screened out a lot of Wesfarmers. But then also, until they spun off Coles, Coles was also had gambling in part of their liquor outlets. And then again, Coles, if alcohol is your issue, then you're not going to want Coles in there either.
Not to mention the supplier practices that they have with, I know that's got something that's got a lot of media attention. And again, I think, as you say, that it all comes down to what are the non-negotiables, what's actually important, how do we make sure that we balance, making sure that you're getting the financial results that you want and not facing too much, if we're too, because you could go, okay, well, this one company, bang, I'll invest into that because I'm happy with that company. But you probably, then you're facing a bit of additional risk in terms of you're not diversified and, you get these more wild fluctuations depending on what's going on. Yeah.
It's tricky. It's tricky. You got to balance those needs against, and that's why every pre-packaged or off-the-shelf fund in this area may not be appropriate because they've got to make those decisions and they've also got to make it robust from an pure investment point of view. Absolutely,
and it can be expensive. I know it's like, and this is probably partly why they're getting more popular because, they need to spend more time. They need to be doing this analysis, diving deep, looking through the financials, analyzing the companies. That it's probably it is more complex than just looking at, the performance of the company alone because it's necessarily got that additional